The year 1814 found the people of Maryland in trouble. America was again at war with Great Britain, and British fleet had sailed up the Chesapeake Bay towards Baltimore. The bustling port was a rich prize. To take it, however, the British fleet would have to get past Fort McHenry, which guarded Baltimore's harbor. As warships crept upstream toward the fort, the crews could see a giant flag with 15 white stars and 15 red and white stripes flapping above the ramparts. It was the work of Baltimore flag maker Mary Young Pickersgill and her 13-year-old daughter Caroline. Now the enormous banner flew as the proud symbol of new country that was about to take on the most powerful nation in the world.
On the morning of September 13th, the big British guns took aim at the flag and let loose a terrible fire. They shot huge bombshells that often blew up in midair. The attack lasted all day. When dark fell, the fleet used signal rockets, which traced fiery arcs across the night sky. It was a spectacular sight.
If Fort McHenry can stand, the city is safe, Francis Scott Key muttered to himself. He stared anxiously through the smoke to see if the flag was still flying. Mr. Key was being held on a ship until the battle at Fort McHenry was over.
Key had no choice but to wait the battle out. The firing went on and on. As long as the daylight lasted, he could catch glimpses of the stars and stripes through the clouds of smoke. When night came, he could still see the banner now and then by the blaze of the cannon.
Finally, towards daybreak, the firing stopped. He strained to see if the flag was still flying. Could the fort have held out, he wondered. The faint gray of the dawn crept into the sky. He could see that some of the flag was flying. But was it American or British? Who held Fort McHenry?
More and more eagerly he gazed. It grew lighter. A sudden breath of wind caught the banner, and it floated out onto the breeze. This was no English flag. This was Mary Pickersgill's Stars and Stripes, still waving through the smoke and mist. Fort McHenry had stood, and the city was safe. Overcome with joy, Key snatched an old letter from his pocket. Still watching the flag, he began scribbling a few lines on its back.
The years passed, and Francis Scott Key's words found a place in his fellow citizens' hearts. They became the anthem of a nation that stands always for freedom, just as the Stars and Stripes stood through that perilous fight so long ago.